Hello friends, now let us start solving numerical on design against fluctuating loads. A rotating steel shaft with ultimate tensile strength as 1200 megapascal as shown in figure below must support a load of 2 kilonewton on an infinite basis with reliability of 99%. Determine factor of safety. Now the figure which is given here is carrying a load of 2 kilonewton at a distance of 130, and there is a step given with a radius is equal to 2, and the step is at a distance of 250 and total length is 400. The shaft is machine finished and all dimensions are in millimeter. Now finding out support reaction Ra and Rb, and after finding support reaction sigma b, we know it is m by z at point C and at point D, because we wanted to find out bending stress at critical point C and D. So after finding bending stress, sigma b is equal to 223.45 Newton per mm square, and sigma b is equal to 294.25 at point D. So these two values tells us that sigma b at point D is greater than sigma b at point C. So D is the critical point. So layer D is subjected to reverse stresses as shown. A shaft is rotating. So sigma max is plus sigma b and sigma mean is minus sigma b. So at point D it is 294.25. So plus 294 and minus 294. So we know mean stress and amplitude stress can be calculated by sigma max plus sigma mean by 2 is sigma mean, and sigma amplitude is sigma max minus sigma mean by 2. So both are calculated. Sigma m is 0 and sigma is 294.25. Now we need to find out endurance limit for the component. But to find endurance limit for a component, we need to have endurance limit for specimen. For steel specimen, endurance limit is given as 0.5 times sigma u. So sigma u is 1200 Newton per mm square. So endurance limit for the steel specimen is 600 Newton per mm square. Now from this endurance limit for specimen, we need to calculate endurance limit for the component. So that is obtained by SE, which is endurance limit for the component, which is equal to Ka, Kb, Kc into SE dash by Kf. Ka, Kb, Kc and Kf are surface finish factor, size factor, reliability factor and fatigue stress concentration factor. Now Ka is 0.75 by Psg 7.17 for ultimate stress of 1200 kgf per centimeter square. Kb is 0.85 as the diameter is between 7.5 to 50. So 0.85 is Kb. Kc is, by considering 99% reliability, it comes out to be 0.814. Kf is equal to 1 plus Q Kt minus 1. From Psg 7.6 we can obtain Q by referring to a graph for annealed and normalized steel. So Q is equal to 0.9. Now we need to calculate Kt. So Kt can be obtained by referring to Psg 7.14, where D by D is 20 by 15 is 1.33 as given, and fillet radius by the step diameter as 2 by 15 is equal to 0.133. So Kt by referring to the graph comes out to be 1.45. So by putting value of Q and Kt in the formula of Kf, we can obtain Kf. So Kf here is 1.405. So you have all the values Ka, Kb, Kc and Kf. So those values can be put in the equation to find out the endurance limit for the component. So by putting all the values, we can get endurance limit as 221. 0.6 Newton per millimeter square. Now by Soderberg equation, factor of safety can be obtained. It comes out to be 0.75. Let us move to next problem. A cantilever beam made of cold drawn carbon steel of circular cross section as shown in figure subjected to a load which varies from -f to +3f. Determine maximum load that this member can withstand for an infinite life using a factor of safety as 2. The theoretical stress concentration factor is 1.42 and notch sensitivity, that is Q, is 0.9. Assume following values. Ultimate stress is given, yield stress is given. Size factor is given 0.85 and surface finish factor is 0.89. So here the figure is as shown. Diameter is 20, then after step it is 13, total length is 150 and 125. So failure occurs at either section A or B. At B, no stress concentration and also area, that is diameter, is more at B, section B. So the critical section is A because diameter is less and load is also acting on that end. So critical section is A. At A, M max, that is moment, M is equal to W into the distance. W is W max and 125 is the distance. So W max is 3f into 125. Similarly, M minimum is minus f into 125. So M max and M min both are calculated. So MM is M max plus M min by 2, that is 125f, and MA amplitude, that is M max minus M min by 2, that comes out to be 250f. So sigma M, after finding M moment, sigma is M by Z. So sigma M is calculated M by Z and sigma A is M A by Z. So sigma M is M by Z and sigma A is M A by Z. Both are calculated. So once you know all this, we can find SE dash. SE dash is 0.5 sigma U. That is for specimen. Now to find out endurance limit for the component, that is Ka, Kb, Kc, AC dash by Kf. So K is 0.89, PSG 7.17, Kb is 0.85, Kc is 1, that is 50% reliability is assumed, and fatigue stress concentration factor Kf is equal to 1 plus Q Kt minus 1. So by referring to PSG design data book, Kf is obtained by taking out Kt. Kt is also obtained from PSG. It is 1.42 as in case of earlier problem. We have seen how it is calculated. Kf is obtained. So after putting all these value of Ka, Kb, Kc in the formula, AC can be obtained. AC comes out to be 150.97 Newton per mm square. Then Soderberg equation is used to find out the unknown. Here unknown factor of safety is given. So unknown is F. F is calculated. F comes out to be 56.07 Newton. Next problem. A cantilever beam as shown in figure is subjected to a transverse load at its end that varies from 50 to 150 Newton. The axial load varies from 150 Newton in compression and 500 Newton in tension. Determine the required diameter at the change of section for infinite life using factor of safety is equal to 2. For the material of cantilever, take sigma U, that is ultimate stress as 560 megapascal and yield stress as 480 megapascal. Assume machine surface finish all over. So by seeing this figure, we come to know that axial load varies from 150 Newton compression to 500 Newton tensile, and transverse force 50 Newton upward to 150 Newton downward. So here you can see 50 Newton upward, 150 Newton downward, Similarly, axial load 150 Newton compressive to 500 Newton tensile. Now observing this figure, we come to know that there is a combination which we need to find out. The one combination is going to give a maximum stress, other one with minimum stress. So finding out those combination, so first we will come across the one which is acting axially, that is 500 Newton, which is making that point B to undergo tensile stress, and 150 Newton transverse, which is making it to undergo tensile stress. So 500 Newton and 150 Newton. So from clear that this is going to make this to undergo maximum stress. So maximum stress is sigma O plus sigma B. So 500 Newton and 150 Newton is going to give that. Sigma O is force upon area, area is pi by 4d square, and sigma B is m by z. M is 150 into perpendicular distance is 125, and z is pi by 32 d cube. So this is how we will get maximum stress. So pi by 4 d square, d is the diameter, and pi by 32 d cube is the section modulus. So this is the way we can find out sigma max. Point B will be subjected to maximum because of 500 axial going away, which is going to give a tensile stress, and 150 Newton downward, which is going to make it undergo tensile stress. So this is the first combination which gives us maximum stress. See, in the similar way, we will have to find out another combination, okay, which makes this bar undergo minimum stress. Now selecting second combination, where we can see at section B, that is at point B, the direct stress sigma O is in compression, that is 150, and 50 Newton which is acting upward, that is causing this bending stress also is going to be compressive, that is negative. That is why 150 axial is compressive and 50 Newton upward is compressive. So this combination is second combination, which is going to give you sigma minimum, that is sigma O minus sigma B, where sigma O is direct stress, that is P upon area, that is pi by 4 d square, and sigma B is m by z. M is 50 into distance is 125 divided by z is pi by 32 d cube. So 50 into 125 divided by z. So that gives you sigma min. So this is the way we can find out minimum stress. So once you have sigma max and sigma min, we can find sigma and sigma A. Sum is sigma max plus sigma min by 2, and sigma A is sigma max minus sigma min by 2. So by putting all the values, we can get sigma m and sigma A. Now next work is to find the inverse limit for component. That can be found out by finding out inverse limit for the specimen. For steel specimen, inverse limit for the steel is 0.5 times sigma u. So that comes out to be 280 Newton. So inverse limit for component can be found out by Ka AC dash by Kf. Can be obtained Ka 0.88 by Pg 7.17 for ultimate stress of 560 Newton per mm square for machine surface. Kb is 0.85 as diameter is less than 50. It is our assumption. Kc, considering reliability as 50%, Kc is considered to be 1. So by finding next value is Kf is equal to 1 plus Q Kt minus 1 by Pg 7.81, as in earlier case the fillet radius is 3. For annealed steel, Q comes out to be 0.93, and for d by d ratio, considering it as 2d by d as 2 and fillet radius by diameter as 0.2 times d, which is given, divided by d is equal to 0.2. So by a graph Pg 7.14 by graph, Kt is 1.33, approximate value is calculated. So Kf is obtained, and by putting all these value in the equation, we can get AC. AC comes out to be 160.25 Newton per mm square. Now putting all these value in Soderberg equation, we can find out diameter. Diameter comes out to be 12.45 millimeter, that is equal to 15 millimeter, because factor of safety is given. Thank you.